Okay, so you want to know how to paint a model. This is not complete at all, but I am using this as a canvas for this. But first of all, you're gonna have to get a low poly version of your model, and this is not a low poly version, so I will show you how to do that. You go to File, you go to Export, and you export a OBJ file, and you do selection only, and then export. And now what you're gonna do is you can get instant meshes. You can get instant mesh on GitHub. All you have to do is type instant mesh add-on for Blender, and it will be one of the top options. So when you open up instant mesh, you will see this, and you click open mesh and find your OBJ file. And here it is. Here is my mesh. Now you pick how many vertex you want. I'm gonna go with 8,000. I don't know, I just guess. Because I'm pretty new to this myself. And you're gonna click solve, and you're gonna use the comb tool to go around any curves you have on your mesh. And how to move around, you have to unclick the comb button in order to move the mesh around. So when you have all of your lines done, all of your combs, you uncheck the comb button and click this solve button. And it'll show you what your mesh is going to look like. And you click export mesh if it looks like how you want it, and you click extract mesh, and then I'll show you the low poly version. And now you hit save, and you can name this whatever you want. I'm just call it chibi head dot. You have to put .obj. I don't know why it doesn't automatically do that, but that's what you have to do. Now you can exit out, and you're going to import the OBJ. And let's quickly add a multi-resolution modifier and a shrink wrap modifier. And let's shrink wrap the head, and we can hide the head from view. And now we have the low poly version. And how to get it to where it looks better, you subdivide until it looks right. That looks perfect. Okay, so now you can go into UV editing, and it's an edit mode. You'll see this blueness. You type in Control E, and then you clear sharp, and that'll go away. You hit U to unwrap, and you hit Smart UV Project. I put 0.06 for the island margin, and I put scale to bounds. And it'll unwrap your character's head or body or whatever you're doing. And now you can go into texture paint. It'll be purple at first, but you go over here and click the plus button and add a base color. And I'm just gonna call this head base. I put this at 4096 by 4096. And you can choose the skin color here, but it's not going to be very accurate for some reason. it's not for me at least, but I'll just show you how that looks. So here's a nice skin tone. I'll click OK, and see, it's a little bit different from the color I picked, I think. But we can add rosy cheeks and nice colored lips, and maybe even some eyeshadow. Now you can use a drawing tablet, that's what I'm gonna be using, but a mouse works just as well. Pick a nice rosy pink. I'm gonna choose that color. Pull down the strength really low, and zoom into your character. And you're going to want to put on, let's see, where is it? Mirror X, so that it'll mirror it across the head. I'm going to make this smaller and paint on the cheeks. Oh, and if it lags like that, you just go to the modifier and you can click off this for now, and it'll look like this, but you can still paint on it and it'll apply nicely. But when you go to apply the lips, you're gonna have to turn that on so that you can actually see the lips. That's the only issue. But you can still paint on it. And you can add stuff like freckles and eyeshadow and stuff very easily. You just need to pick a color. I'm going to show you me making some freckles. So I'm going to choose a nice brown shade and size this down. And since it's 4096 by 4096, it's going to show up really well. And if it's not showing up for you, like it's not showing up a lot for me, you can go and turn up the strength. And if you want texture on the brush, that's easily doable. You just go to the brush settings and you go to texture mask, add a new texture, go to the texture settings, and you can choose between all of these. I typically choose clouds, and it will look like this. It'll add texture, like I said. But that's the basics, and I hope this explained it well.